Hello everybody, what is going on? It's your girl Rose here, back at it again with another Final Fantasy 16 Let's Play video as part of the Stop Soldier Suicide 30 Hours of Gaming Challenge. In the last episode, one of the biggest things that happened is that we faced our demons and learned to channel the power of... and they pronounced it last time, and I still don't know how to pronounce it, so we're just going with Ifrit. Yeah. If you guys like what you see, make sure you leave a like, you comment, you subscribe, and you ring that bell, ding, 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 and join the notification station. The whole shebang, shaboodle, the whole kit and caboodle, if you know what I mean. Will of the Wanks summon a storm of fireballs to circle about Clive, damaging nearby targets while also absorbing damage. Interesting. Ignition. Attack while charging, inflicting multiple hits and forcing the enemy back. Can be used in midair. Ooh. Okay. X plus square to thrust down. Oh yeah, there is that taunt ability I'm not a fan of. Use X while in the air to kick off a nearby enemy. Yep, okay. Charge magic. So we literally just get these two things, and that's kind of it. So that kind of sucks. But definitely ignition. I'm gonna go with ignition. And it's time to upgrade some abilities, I think. We end up using Gouge a lot, so let's go ahead and upgrade that. Wicked Wheel. Don't think we use that one a whole lot. Deadly Embrace. Definitely use that in the boss fight, so let's go ahead and master that. And that should be good there. Now it's time to return to Eastpool so that we can talk with the mayor about what's her name? I can't remember off the top of my head. You know, moving, possibly, you know, helping her out by moving her to the hideout with Sid. Of course. Oh boy.
Torgal, what is it?
Nothing good, I'll wager. Come on.
Of course, Clive and Jill don't know that we're about to deal with that. I don't even know his name. Oh god, this is not good. Okay, I pressed X. Oh fuck.
What happened here?
You bastards!
You pay for this. Remember our orders? No survivors.
Who would order such a thing?
You know what to do, boy.
Are you freaking kidding me? This is fucking crazy. Where are my next victims?
Did you sick of Torgal? You were born a slave, and you'll die one. Kill all the ducal dogs. Ducal dogs? They innocent people.
I hope the kitchen guy made it at least.
That's enough.
Okay, would be help if I press the right button. Not gonna lie, I am a little bit tired. Work wasn't even that busy. Like yesterday, I work at a gas station, so I had to clean up a fuel spill, and that wasn't fun. But today was like, it was okay. Like, it wasn't busy. Um, Unfortunately, I did have to deal with some bad customers. Kind of sucks because here I am trying to, you know, be kind and nice, and then people are just like, "Can you just be quiet so I can go?" It's like a damned if you do, damned if you don't. Because if you be nice to them, they immediately want to leave. But heaven forbid if I had a bad day and said something the wrong way, then, oh, I want to speak to your manager. You shouldn't treat me like that. It really is a double-edged sword, unfortunately. But ultimately, I do love the job because there was a lot of people that came in that really just made my day better. Not to mention my fiance joined me, and by joined me, I mean just sitting there and basically acting as a body double.
All must burn! The bearers and those who sheltered them. By Empress Annabella's command!
You bitch. I'm gonna kick your ass.
Right.
Come on. There we go. Going in for the stagger. There we go, second stagger. Well, yeah, as I was saying, I am a little bit tired, so if I stumble on my words or get my ass handed to me more than usual, that's probably why. And, you know, I got off at 4 o'clock, and I said, hey, I'm going to take a little bit of time to myself, you know, just to relax and unwind. And while I did do that, I really wanted to drink some caffeine, but it was I started recording at 5:50 ish, roughly. So definitely too late for me to have caffeine. Otherwise, I'll be up all night.
I'm sorry, Lady Hannah.
Oh my God.
You deserved so much better. All of these people did. Better than my mother.
That bitch is gonna pay. She is going to fucking pay. And here comes more.
Oh, we're too late.
Oh.
Gav. Clive.
Acting on the orders of the Duchess, eh? We knew Eastpool was harbouring bearers. Thought they were safe enough hidden up here, but someone must have let slip. If they'd have only come to us sooner, none of this would have had to happen. Fuck!
My mother always did despise bearers.
Mm-hmm.
The way father embraced them when the other nations spat on them as slaves. The way an accident of birth gave them a power that others lacked.
But why kill everyone? They meant no harm. They just wanted to be free.
This world judges that a crime punishable by death. Which is why we're going to change it. Gav, we want to help.
Thought you'd got your own stuff to be getting on with.
We do. But it can wait.
In that case, we should head back and tell Sid you've had a change of heart. He was always on it yet to join us.
All right.
And we'd best be quick. Last I heard, he was planning another excursion.
What
Oh,
about the
boy.
villagers?
Aye. Can I leave yous lot to take care of things here?
Of course. We'll make sure they get a proper burial.
Thank you. All of you.
When you're ready, then.
Let's go. I hope we get to kill her. I really hope we do. I really hope we fucking do.
Now, rats, lead me to your nest. Lord Kupka's message for your leader. If only he knew where to send it.
Oh, you fucking bitch. Looks like we're gonna have more shit to deal with. Excuse me. Righting wrongs.
To Sid Solar, then. We have a lot to discuss.
But before we do that, let's go visit the stone.
Barking at his lot earlier. Didn't sound happy.
Because there's the new customization option. Use the appearance option in the Arret Stone to change the outward appearance of Clive or his party members. The appearance of Clive's weapon can also be changed to that of any previously obtained weapon while maintaining its current stats. Ooh, I like that one. And I think we can go with that one. And then as for weapons... Yeah, no, I like Invictus. I wish I could get rid of the cape. I really do. Not a huge fan of the cape. But other than that... Yep, no, he looks too much like a twink. Which, hey, but there's nothing wrong with twinks. Nothing wrong. I love twinks. I actually dated one once. It was nice.
And what do you want? Coin purse weighing you down?
Oh, that one's sold out. All the things that I have are better.
It'd better I'll be here. You're rubbing me blind, you know.
I'm really not.
Well? Not saying fortune, do you?
Alright,
Fine.
now let's go to Sid Solar.
Don't mind me. Just taking a quick breather, ain't I?
Alright, let's hope he's not already gone. Thank God he's not.
This place is getting more crowded by the day.
I tell myself the bustle's a blessing. There'll be time enough for quiet contemplation when I'm dead. So, did you find the answers you were looking for?
I still don't know what to make of this gift, curse, or whatever it is I've been given. But there is one thing I can say for certain. I am a dominant. Ifrit. And there is nothing...
Ifrit.
burden I must bear until my dying day.
Spoken true. Forgiveness and in turn salvation can only begin with acceptance. It's a path we all must walk, no matter how colourful our histories.
Sid, you once told me that you wanted to build a place where people could die on their own terms.
I did.
I've been thinking about that. Why not a place where people can live on their own terms? For 13 years, killing was all I knew. So obsessed with death that I never stopped to consider the lives of those around me. Lives that I see now were scarcely worth living. Be they bearers or beggars, most march blindly to their end, never realizing that they too deserve a choice.
Now that's what I call character development.
To their suffering any longer.
So, atonement then, is it?
That was the answer we found.
The only one we need.
Beautiful.
I'll be expecting you both to pull your weight.
And we will.
Well then, with a sprinkle of fire and ice, this plan of mine might just work.
What trouble are you looking to get yourself into now?
The best kind. We're going to sneak into the Imperial capital and pay a visit to Mother.
Oh yeah, I like this plan.
And the last of our farmholds in the eastern provinces has succumbed to the blight.
Without their yield, we will be hard-pressed to fill the capital's granaries before winter.
If there is a capital by then, the black creeps closer as we speak.
And yet you do naught but bawl and bluster.
Your Radiance?
If it is fertile land the Empire requires, we need but look south.
If you mean the crystalline Dominion's holdings, we are bound by mutual accord. Theirs is a neutral state whose borders we are sworn to respect.
Gentlemen, did we swear to see our people starve?
Well, I really do think
The gates of Oriflamme buckle at the flood of those come seeking refuge from the Blight. If there is not grain enough to feed those within our walls, how, pray tell, will we feed those without? But instead of setting your minds to riddles such as these, you lock horns with an enemy from across the sea, sending our soldiers to the slaughter in their thousands. The Empire bleeds, and you sit here prattling like crones in a tea house. And you fancy yourselves leaders of men. Sandbreck is naught without her citizens. We are but their servants. If their land is being wrested away, it is our duty to claim new lands for them.
Your Radiance! You cannot mean a war of conquest.
That is exactly what I mean. It is time we expanded our dominion. This is the will of great Grieger.
There will be uproar.
Then we must find a way to distract the citizenry. But how much will that cost? And what of our legions? Shall we raise the furs?
Well, someone will have to contend with the Dalmex.
I will not keep you. You all have much to do.
I can't say I like this plan of his. I really can't. If there's a treaty in place, then there's a treaty in place. Maybe you could, oh, I don't know, talk to them like civil beings instead of...
The Lord Prince is currently garrisoned at the Strait of Author. If it please you, I can send word requesting his immediate return to the Holy Capital.
That won't be necessary. Tell him instead to see to his wounds. Bahamut's strength will be needed again soon.
As you command.
Like, just talk to them, you know? Like civil human beings. Don't wage war.
I must have misheard. You mean to tell me that the mother crystals are the reason the world is dying?
Huh?
Are you mad?
I have been called that on occasion, but no, not today. We've all seen it firsthand. Empty wastes where once were green meadows. Land drained so dry of its ether, not even the rats remained. But where was it all going? I spent years searching for an answer, until I saw it standing right in front of me. There, in the self-same crystals, we look to for their so-called blessing. All right, listen. Take this crystal. How does it allow us to conjure magics? Answer, by drawing ambient ether from the air. And where do these crystals come from?
That's easy. They're mined from the mother crystals.
They're one and the same. Although admittedly this here fits more easily in the pocket.
But the mother crystals are massive. Some as large as mountains.
So you see the problem. Imagine just how much ether can be drawn by something that size. As to where it's all going, mind, well, I can't know everything, can I?
We are taught that the mother crystals are divine. Their ether a gift from the heavens. For centuries, nations have fought and fallen for want of that gift. If what you say is true, how did no one else see it?
Who says they didn't? Maybe the truth was inconvenient.
Inconvenient to whom, exactly?
The higher-ups? The gods themselves?
So now you want to do something about the crystals. And what? We're not helping bearers and dominants anymore.
I didn't say that. I made a promise and I intend to keep it. But if we continue down this path, there's only one fate that awaits the realm. And we can't very well set our people free if they're all lying dead in a blighted ditch.
Makes sense.
To create a place where they can live on their own terms anyway. Sort of defeats the purpose. So, if we have to bring the old world crashing down in order to build us a new one, what say you? Are you with me?
I suppose it's about time I repaid your faith.
You could have just said aye. But it's nice to have you aboard all the same.
This is the second...
I got myself into. I'm going to need more than a few potions for this.
See, I just realized something. This is the second Final Fantasy game that has had, like, something big drawing from the world. For example, Final Fantasy VII, and this isn't spoilers because you find this out.
Just taking a quick breather,
Excuse me. In Final Fantasy VII, you have the generators pulling out the Mako, as it's called, from the world itself. Like, Barrett straight up says, like, hey, the world's dying, can you not hear it? And this is the second one now.
So what God's forsaken corner of the realm is Sid dragging you off to this time?
Oriflamme.
The holy capital. And what business would you lot having? On second thoughts, I don't want to know.
See, it's kind of funny. It's like, hey, speak to Karen to, stock up on stuff. And it's like, everything I have is stronger than what she has, except for this. Reduces heat wave cooldown, and I believe I already have that. Ooh! Lionheart tonic. It is said that, well, yeah, I don't need to read that. Gradually fills limit break gauge for 30 seconds. I might have to get myself some of
I'll not
those.
find a better price than that.
As for this stuff, gonna sell.
I reckon I can find a buyer.
Gonna sell all this
I'm
stuff.
thankful you got that much.
Increases attack by 7. Healing potency of potions. I might hold on to that. Rising Flames. I'm not using that one anymore, so I can sell that. I don't know if I have Heat Wave yet. Increases gouge damage. Okay. Wicked Wheel damage. I might hold on to that. Will of the Wind. Rook's Gambit. And crafting materials, so I'm not going to sell any of those. I'm not going to sell any of that.
Speaking of Oriflamme, I hear the trading routes leading south have seen more than double the usual traffic. If you ask me, somewhat foul's brewing, and it ain't Tyre's borbile tea. Oh, just go and see Otto, will you?
All right.
All right, let's go speak with this. Oh, excuse me. Some water went down the wrong pipe. Hello, Otto.
So you're really going through with it? Sid's been talking about bringing down a mother crystal since I've known it. But that's all it's ever been. Talk.
He's convinced it's the right thing to do. We'll be leaving for the capital shortly.
Well, you couldn't have picked a better moment. Seems the hiding the royalists gave him wasn't enough to dampen old Sylvester's spirits. His legions are on the march again, this time due south.
Another war.
All as the great Grieger wills it. Bloodthirsty little miss, that one. That's God's for you, innit? Still, might work to our advantage on this occasion. Wars breed chaos. On the front lines, and at home. With a fair wind behind them, a handful of like-minded ne'er-do-wells could melt into the back alleys of Oriflamme. No trouble. Is making it to the capital is the problem.
The checkpoint.
That's right. Anyone travelling in or out of Oriflamme has to go through Northreach.
Now that's security.
I might just know of a way.
There's...
Well, no, not that. That gets you an audience with the Dame. And it's the Dame who'll see you safely through Northreach. I'll send a Stolas in the morning. Let her know you're coming. We go way back. And she's a true friend of the cause. I'm sure you'll get on like a house on fire.
That's good of you, but... who is this Dame, and where will I find her?
She's the proud proprietress of Northreach's foremost house of ill repute, the Vale. And she's quite a woman, if you know what I mean.
A woman. Right.
Don't go blinding her with your charm now, lad. I'll be expecting a full report when you get back.
Oh boy. Alliant reports unlocked. Alliant reports are now available for viewing by speaking to Gute at the Alliant report counter in the Hideaway's mess. These reports, compiled by the Cursebreakers, contain information on quests currently available across Valisthea.
I suppose that's everything. Now to find Gav.
Fuck it. Let's check it out.
Oh, your goat at your service.
Oops.
Well, at the Hideaway service anyway. Otto's put me in charge of reading through the reports sent in by our allies and picking out any problems that might warrant the attention of the Cursebreakers. Or any other willing volunteers. And there's no shortage of problems, I can tell you. Or maybe I don't have to. I'll warrant a strapping lad like you's got people begging him for help wherever you go. Anyway, if you're ever interested in taking a look over the list, just say the word. Reckon you could probably tick off the odd thing here and there.
So it's
They
more
say
side
little acts
quests.
of kindness are their own reward. But if that ain't enough, these have got proper bounties on them and all. See you.
Yeah, if that's more side quests, then I'm not interested, solely because, like I said, we have less than a week to beat the... Well, actually, a little... Yeah, less than a week. More.
Someone's in a hurry.
Just following orders.
Funny, I never took you for the type.
Can't all be as obedient as you, Gav.
Eh?
Fine day for a little mischief, wouldn't you say?
Is this all of us?
Actually, Gav won't be coming.
Oh.
Just the three of us, then.
Drake said is the keystone of the Empire. Oriflamme's in chaos, yes, but that doesn't mean we can march an army through her gates. The fewer our numbers, the better our chances of going unnoticed. And should that plan fail, well, we have our icons to fall back on.
Yeah, that's true.
Sid, I don't know if I can. Ifrit still seems to come and go as he pleases.
Ordinarily, priming an icon comes naturally to a dominance. But then, you are no ordinary dominance.
Well, he's still got the blessing of the Phoenix, doesn't he?
Not to mention what he sucked out of Garuda. And did I ever tell you about how he was once the greatest shield in Rosaria? You know, I reckon he could probably cut us a path out of the capital on his own if need be.
Let's try not to find out.
Yeah.
We're less likely to be spotted if we travel separately. I'll meet you in Northreach in a few days.
Ah, poo.
You two behave now.
I mainly know his voice acting from Diablo 4, but so far, those two characters, Sid and I can't remember who he played in Diablo 4. He has great vocal talent. He really does. Time to travel to Lostwing then.
So, we're meeting in Northreach. But will I find Sid and Jill before this dame finds me?
But how did the grocer know his daughter had been stealing off to the vineyard to see the lad?
Alright, so... I hope I'm not... Yeah, no, I'm not. I mean, it says it's this way.
You'll never forgive me if I don't save that crop.
Wait. I can pet Torgal! Ah! Oh, let me do it again. Let me do it again. Oh, that's adorable. That is adorable. I could spend literally 3 hours and 45 minutes just doing that. Meanwhile, just that one popular TikTok sound that's going around right now. Again, again! Again, again! Which I think is from Teletubbies. I don't know, I never watched the show. I know it was like prime kids television like Bluey is nowadays. But, I don't know. I never watched it. Or if I did, I don't remember. I mainly watched Beyblade, Bakugan. What other... Well, those were more like kids, like TVY7, obviously. But like shows designed for like around the like toddler to 5-6-year-old age, I would say. I used to watch Wow Wow Wubsy a lot. What else? Franklin, that was a good show. I didn't know it was based off of books until like a while later. Like, I think I was in 3rd or 4th grade when I finally put 2 and 2 together. Because, like, of course when I, like, found out it was based off of a book, like, this scene popped into my head where it was, like, based on the books by whoever wrote them. And I was like, oh, wow, okay. So that just happened, and, I had no idea. I always do like movies, TV shows, and games that are based off of books. Like, obviously, anime is a very, popular genre, and it's gotten even more popular as of late, I would say, specifically because of, like, the pandemic, and, like, oh, we have nothing to do, so we might as well, start watching anime. And, like, now we have the new big 3, Jujutsu Kaisen, Demon Slayer, and My Hero Academia, but that's my personal opinion. I personally believe
Northreach.
I personally believe that, those are the new big 3. Like, you cannot, like, One Piece, not Demon Slayer, One Piece, Dragon Ball, and what's the other one? Naruto. Naruto? What the Naruto. Like, you cannot deny that those are the OGs. That and Bleach. So I guess it would be the big 4. Then again, I'm really basing the big 3 off of a TikTok creator that I watch who makes a lot of anime-related content about the big 3. But speaking of My Hero Academia, because we were talking about that, I cannot wait for Season 7. I loved Season 6. My biggest gripe with it was that, my only gripe with it was that we didn't, hold on. Spoilers for Season 6. If you have not watched Season 6, cover your ears or something, I don't know. I don't edit these videos, I just record and upload. That's the case with most of my videos. Anyways, let me not get sidetracked. So, spoilers. You've been warned. Anyways, we didn't spend enough time with Vigilante Deku, in my personal opinion. Like, we should have had more time with him. Like, looking back, the episodes between the Paranormal Liberation Army...
But that was north of the checkpoint. I hope that Dame has friends in the south.
Where was I going with this? Like the episodes, the number of episodes for the Paranormal Liberation Front arc and the Vigilante Deku arc are about the same.
For citizens, not serfs.
Oh, fuck off. Anyways, so the episode numbers are about the same, but I don't know if it's just because it feels like I spent more time with, I saw somebody over here. Oh, a shop. That's where I'm supposed to go. I had a brain fart for a minute. Duh.
A moment, my lady.
A moment?
I doubt you could afford even that much of my time. Branded.
My mistake.
No, mine. Upon reflection, you don't have the scent of a branded about you. The flowers. Otto always did know how to please me. More than Sid ever did anyway.
Hey, yo!
Do you think you could please me, Clive?
You're the dame.
Hey, yo!
Let us leave such impersonal titles to my less preferred clientele.
Clientele.
You can call me Isabel. Otto assured me I could trust you. I can trust you, can't I?
Oh, I should have
You
gotten
can
a picture
trust me,
right there.
Yes, but why would you?
Help you? Because that's what we do. Long ago, Sid did me a kindness when no one else would. I have never forgotten that. Without it, I would not be where I am today. And so, I make it a point to do the same whenever possible. Which brings us here. To the final obstacle between you and whatever it is you seek in the holy capital. I fear the guards are not likely to let a masterless bearer pass unmolested. Unless... Unless, of course, his master deigned to appear. Yes, that will do nicely.
Am I gonna have to edit this video?
I shall expect a favor in return.
Please don't tell me it's sex.
What?
I fear I might, like, if it gets to that, I might have to do some editing. Which I don't normally do with these videos.
Tut tut. We cannot have people thinking I tolerate disobedience from my branded.
The men who gave me this are no more my masters than you are. But it's not as if I can hide it.
From the moment you acquired it, that brand has done naught but take. But today, it is going to give you exactly what you want. Just play along.
Madame, back to the Vale already?
But of course, we must make ready to welcome you, my dear.
And who might this be?
Why, my new escort. The streets aren't safe for a girl, what with all the royalists about.
Well, don't work him too hard.
Well, that rather depends on you now, doesn't it? I'll see you all at sunset.
Oi, hold up.
Oh, shit.
Another fucking branded. Well, you're lucky you're with the dame. Get out of my sight, filth.
Ooh, I want to chop his head clean off. Well, this chainmail, so that wouldn't work. Not unless I ripped off his helmet.
That wasn't so bad.
Wasn't so bad. They might have recognized me.
But they didn't. And even if they had, they wouldn't have done anything about it. The gentlemen of the garrison are some of my best customers. We have an arrangement. As do you and I. Now, if you'd care to follow me, we can speak more at the Vale.
Worst case scenario.
Doesn't seem like I have much of a choice.
Worst case scenario, I could always mark the video as 18 plus, but the other ones are not marked as 18 plus. Solely because I firmly believe I'm not a channel for kids. if your kids are watching regular YouTube, that's completely fine. I don't have a problem with that. I'm not saying that's bad parenting, but if they stumble across,
company, tell them she is feeling unwell.
Madame, you look stunning.
As do you, my dear.
okay, we are legit going to a brothel.
That won't be necessary. Clive, my darling, welcome to the Vale.
Thank you for seeing me through the gates, my lady. I am in your debt.
Well, that was the whole point, wasn't it? And I told you, it's Isabel. Whatever wound you so tight, I wonder. It's certainly not Sid's influence.
You, mentioned a favor. What is it you'd have me do? I don't want to keep my companions waiting.
If you mean Sid and the girl, you needn't worry. They have yet to reach the checkpoint. Yes, Otto asked me to help them as well. But to answer your question, I need you to find someone for me.
Whew, okay,
One of
good.
my girls. Tatienne has been gone for several days now, having left no word of explanation. And I've begun to fear the worst.
I feel as if I've spent my whole life searching for people. No, I can't say I'm any good at it.
I trust you'll do your best. Oh, and take this.
The moon and stars.
Proof of that trust. And hopefully enough to keep prying eyes from looking too closely at that handsome face of yours. Now, I have matters to attend to at the Iron Flagon. If you find anything, ask for me there.
Alright. Well, let's get it done then.
I should probably start here.
You wear the dame's brooch. She must trust you.
Enough to have me look for one of your colleagues. A woman by the name of Tatienne.
She's still missing then. Oh, if only I'd comforted her.
You saw her before she disappeared.
The day before, she was in tears. She'd lost her comb, a gift from the dame. It wasn't anything fancy, but you could tell it meant the world to her. You see, Tatienne was an orphan, and she looked upon the dame as a mother, as do we all.
So she was upset.
And I didn't lend her my shoulder. But perhaps someone else did. Tatienne shared a room. Her chambermaid may have seen something. She's over there, sitting by the pond.
Thank you. Let's see what her chambermaid can tell us then.
Yeah, let's.
So you're the new escort the girls have been talking about. And you've already been sent off on an errand, eh? Poor boy. You'll be knackered before the real work begins later on tonight.
I'm told you share a bedchamber with Tatienne.
Ayo.
Did she say anything to you before?
Before she went missing. Only that she needed to meet with someone. She did mention a name, but I know exactly what she meant.
You do?
Lad from the garrison. Annoying little shit. Spent every guil he earned on Tatienne, and picked fights with anyone else who tried to buy her time. Followed her around like a lost puppy. Tatienne was flattered at first, but it didn't take long for her to get scared.
Oh boy.
She thought about saying something. But the dame was so proud of her for how much she was bringing in, and she didn't want to let her down.
This man from the garrison. Did you ever see him?
Of course I did. He tried to sneak into our room enough times. Slimy sod's got a scar over one eye. Claims he got it in battle.
You've been very helpful.
Don't let him get away with this. Find him, and you'll find her.
A man from the garrison. Seems a trip to the barracks is in order.
See, the reason why,
I haven't seen you around the plate. Oh, don't tell me you've gone
the reason why, I don't mark a lot of my videos as 18 plus. Like the only M-rated game aside from this one that I play on the channel is Cyberpunk, and even with Baldur's Gate 3 over on my D&D channel, I don't mark it as 18 plus because that severely limits the number of views. And I'm not just doing this for the views. I'm doing this because I legit like making this content. I love this content a lot, and you know, I hope one day to do this full time, but
Heard the
I know
bones
that'll
fell
be a
fatally.
while.
To the Vale, then.
I'm looking for a man with a scar over his eye.
Looking for a man? Does this look like a brothel, Branded? Fuck off.
Hold your tongue. He wears the dame's brooch. One word from him and the Vale's doors will be barred to us for good.
There's only one man in the garrison with a dodgy eye. His name's Yannick. I haven't
Yannick.
seen him around lately, though.
On account of him being in Moor. Yannick left a few days back. Said he had dealings with a merchant there.
The dame thanks you. Moor is the last village on the road to Oriflamme. I should let Isabel know where I'm headed.
I should. But yeah, so I hope to do this full time, but I know it'll be a while. But until then, I'm just doing this because I like it. I really enjoy making content on YouTube.
Clive, tell me you bear good tidings.
That remains to be seen.
Oh, Tatienne, you could have told me.
This Yannick. The soldiers I spoke to believe he's in the village of Moor. According to them, he claimed to have some business with a merchant there. Though that wouldn't explain his continued absence.
And you plan on traveling to Moor to ascertain the truth?
Isn't that what you want?
Oh, it is, but I fear sending you there may cause more harm than good. The people of Moor are rather set in their ways. You'll find they have little love for bearers, and they will not hesitate to report one such as you to the constabulary. There is a man in Moor who owes me a favor. More than one, in fact. His name is Bertrand, and he works at the stables. Tell him I sent you.
I shall return as soon as I find something.
You know, and one big thing about me, if you haven't noticed, I love to talk. And I'm thinking about doing like a talk show type thing. But I would want some guests just so that it's not just me talking the whole time.
Bearers suffer to keep your granaries full.
Yeah, it's not just. I want more guests, like, so that way it's just not me talking.
That's enough for today, Branded.
Ugh. Oh. Dang it. Where was I going with this? Oh. So, 2024 so far has been a really... Oops. Wrong button. Has been a really great year so far. Not only have I enjoyed making content on YouTube, but I've had a video like pop off as of late, and that was me talking about my Plants vs. Zombies video, or Plants vs. Zombies 3, I mean.
How do they expect us to finish the harvest when the ones the capital sends us are already half stone?
There. Hello. Bertrand.
You, Bertrand. The dame sent me.
Sounds about right. Only time I hear from her is when she wants something.
Oh, fuck
Go
off.
on, then. What is it?
One of her courtesans has gone missing, and I need to find her. A soldier who may have information on her whereabouts is rumored to have come here to meet with a trader.
Many traders stop to peddle their wares on their way to the capital, but only one's been seen quarrelling with a soldier.
Is he still here?
The trader? Oh, yeah. Stubborn sod stood his ground till the soldier got tired of shouting, from what I hear. If you seek him out, keep your head down. Fact is, folks round here would sooner hang a branded than help him. And that's even with the dame's brooch for protection.
Understood.
Well, time to go find... After I pet Tor... Oh. Oh my gosh. I don't think that gives any gameplay benefit. It doesn't look like it. Like, it doesn't say, like, your relationship level has increased or some crap like that. But I just love that it's there.
You don't think he's...
What's this? A branded? Where's your master? Must I call for a constable?
I come to you from Northreach, at the behest of the dame. Perhaps you've heard of her.
Why, of course I have. I am the good lady's servant. What is it that she requires of me?
Rumor has it you were seen arguing with a soldier some few days ago. A soldier with a scar over his eye.
Yes, that's right. He had a comb which he claimed was an antique. Said he wanted to trade it for a newer one.
Ooh.
Although it was an antique, it most certainly was not.
Oh.
Nevertheless, he insisted that it was of great value and was quite vehement about my appraisal. I stood firm, however, and for all his bluster, he still purchased a new comb, albeit an inexpensive one.
And do you know where he went after that?
My customers aren't usually in the habit of telling me whither they are bound, but as it happens, this one did. Yonder ruins, strange as it may sound.
My thanks.
Not at all. I would do anything for the dame. Anything. Be sure and tell her, won't you, that I was helpful. I mean, most helpful.
Yeah. Yeah, I will. Alright, time to go to the ruins then. Like, does makeup not exist in this universe? He can easily just put makeup over it. Like a bad tattoo.
It smells of death here, Torgal. Wolves. We can't let them get any closer to the village.
The only downside about having that as the only downside about having that as my main ability is like it gets used even when I'm not low on health, which is completely fine. I mean, I don't care. I mean, it's a great DOT move, damage over time. All right. Oh, excuse me. I am so sorry. I meant to mute my mic, but I missed the button, I guess. My apologies. All right. Well.
Damn it all. Bodies. A man and a woman.
Uh-oh. This ain't good.
Well, the wolves have been busy. But the blood is long dry.
Oh no, it's her.
So it is you. Tatienne.
If that's true, then the body next to hers will be Yannick's. The girl Yannick went off to sea every night. He said her name was Tatienne.
You. Did you follow me?
Now, why would I do that? Unless you think I'd have good reason to. But no. I was sent to find Yannick. By the looks of things, I have.
Damn.
We both found who we were searching for.
Yeah, he was a jealous sod. couldn't stand the thought of his woman with someone else. Then one day he sees her with a new comb. Thinks she's got herself a new gallant. Tells the garrison he's going to find the man and kill him. We know it's all talk, but then he disappears off to Moor for some dealings and doesn't come back.
If you mean this comb, it was a gift from the dame.
If only Yannick had bothered to ask, eh? He might not be rotting on a hill.
I think he meant to ask her something else. He stole the old comb and bought her a new one in the hope they'd wed.
Wed? Where would they have gone? Certainly not back to Northreach with a dame waiting. And we all know what happens to deserters. Tell the dame I'm sorry for her loss. When the lads come to collect Yannick's body, I'll see that Tatienne is delivered to the Vale.
Is that wise?
Oh, there won't be any covering up this mess. The most we can hope for is that the dame doesn't hold it against us. Speaking of which, I saw her in Moor just now. Could you tell her what happened? Might sound better coming from you.
Well, that blows.
I need to tell Isabel. Perhaps the comb will give her something to remember Tatienne by.
That really does blow. It's like, people don't get their happy endings. Like, in the end, like, with the whole thing with Benedicta, I was like, oh no, they're not going to make us feel bad for her, are they? Yep, that's what they did. And I did end up feeling bad for her. So, that kind of sucked.
You are still in one piece, I see. You will be pleased to hear that your companions have arrived. They said they would meet you at a little chapel to the east of here.
Thank you, but you needn't have come all this way just to tell me. I was on my way to see you.
You found her then?
Well...
I see. My dear Tatienne. It is by no means uncommon for a client to fall for a courtesan. Especially a client who's young and far from home. But rarely do such tales have happy endings.
I found this with Tatienne. I believe it was yours.
Thank you for returning it. I shall see that it has a place on her pyre.
Oh. That really sucks because, like, all of, the lady we helped last episode, all of her quests had happy endings for the most part.
Before you do, I have one last gift. A token of my thanks. The Vale counts among its patrons several high-ranking officers of the Imperial Army. According to one of the looser-tongued gentlemen, it would appear that the legions are planning to march south.
Otto mentioned the same thing.
But did he mention that it was all of the legions? This is no mere skirmish. Were I to guess, I'd say the Emperor planned to abandon the capital. But that couldn't possibly be true now, could it? Take care, Clive.
I will. And thank you again.
Alright, on to the abandoned chapel then. And it really sucks that this didn't get a happy ending. It would have been nice. But then again, this is Final Fantasy. There's sadness in just about every game. Never beat 15, but I'm sure, well, it will more than likely have a semi-happy ending. It's not going to be with without a few sad moments along the way. The Torgal looks so badass and cool and cute.
Any trouble on the way?
None worth mentioning.
As I was telling Jill, it's worse than I thought. The capital's crawling with soldiers.
Shit.
And here I am, the deserter come home.
Which is why we'll be taking the back door.
The pleasure houses. Okay. You couldn't make it a little bit more discreet? Well, one thing's for sure. These are pleasure houses.
Cheer up, you two. Can't think of a safer place in the Empire than a... brothel.
Doesn't seem very private.
So then, how do we proceed?
We'll be using the glass gate. Tonight, just after sunset.
Where the shards are loaded for transport. That is one of the most heavily guarded points in all of Sambrek.
But not the most, which is a start. Besides, I know a shortcut straight to the heart.
A shortcut?
Another shortcut,
And how exactly did you come to know about this fatal chink in the Empire's armor?
Let's just say I may have attempted something similar before. And may have ended up running for dear life after being discovered by Bahamut, but that's not important.
Sid, if the Mother Crystals truly are the cause of the Blight...
If? You wound me, Jill.
What I'm trying to say is, if the powers that be know all of this, why do they sit idle and allow it to continue?
In case you haven't noticed, the God-fearing people of this realm and their pious leaders care for but one thing, themselves. And they'll do whatever it takes to hold on to power. The rest of us are just a means to an end. The moment you raise your voice against them, you're decried as an outlaw, clapped in irons and slung in a cell to rot.
That sounds like capitalism.
An outlaw.
Whoever controls the crystals controls the realm. But our kind can wield magic without them. To our rulers, we must seem the most convenient of tools, and the most dangerous.
But what makes them think they have the right to use us? To leave us to die when our bodies are spent?
Does a nobleman weep for a broken mug? A torn tunic? Our fate means nothing to them. No, this isn't a battle you can win with words. Believe me, I've tried, but nothing ever gets through. The world is simply not ready to listen. So to hell with talking. If they won't give us a say, we'll decide our fates another way. You can't blame a man for wanting to bring an end to all this, can you?
No, you really can't.
I can't. But what of all the people you mean to rob of their comforts? Are you happy for them to call you outlaw?
Sid the Outlaw. Aye, that'll do me.
You might at least pretend to take this seriously.
Have a little faith, Jill. Even if you don't think much of my choice of digs. If it means my deeds will be remembered, I'll gladly play the role of villain. But first, we have a gate to crash. And once we're in, there'll be no turning back. So you best make ready. The world won't save itself.
No, it will not. So we should probably do that. Oh my gosh. I can't believe we are, let's see here, 6 hours and some change. Probably closer to 7. 8, we're going to round up probably 9 hours into this game and we're already storming a capital. Oh! That's kind of cool. I've got a lot of potions. I don't think I've used them. Ooh, excuse me. Haven't used a whole lot of potions. Even then, there will be more. Yeah. I think we should be good. If we end up beating this game tonight, that would be pretty funny to me. I mean, if that is the case, I'd probably just choose another shorter game. Or maybe just do some matches of Fortnite. I don't know. We'll have to see.
There are not nearly enough men here.
Then it's fortunate the city guard doesn't take sentry assignment as seriously as you do. This bodes well.
Won't be a first. This may not be such a terrible plan after all.
And what exactly is that supposed to mean?
Only that your last secret shortcut was nowhere near as secret as you claimed.
Yeah, but that's half the fun of it. Life's too short for perfect plans. You want a plan that'll keep you on your toes, stop you growing old and complacent.
Worked for you, has it?
Clive, my boy, even life's smallest challenges offer the opportunity to grow and to change.
Amen.
Just embrace these moments. Allow them to suffuse your heart with a deep sense of fulfillment.
Narrowly escaping death at the hands of an enemy is not my idea of fulfillment.
Something wrong?
Not at all. Just wondering if the two of you had finished.
Shh.
Right. We make for the Mother Crystal's heart as planned. Destroy it and the whole thing should come tumbling down.
And if the passage to the inner sanctum is guarded?
Then we embrace the moment and use it to grow and change.
Amen. Amen. Sid is my type of guy. He really is.
Come on,
The Crystal's Curse.
try to stay out of sight.
Obviously.
Don't worry, the passage is empty.
Well, except for a few rats, but I think it adds character. He's going this way, so I'm going to keep going this way.
Alright, not quite empty.
Shit.
Let's get this over with.
One single man from reaching the sanctum, so shut your gob and keep your eyes open.
Alright, let's do this.
I swear this passage used to be something.
Of course it is.
Perfect plans, Clive. Perfect plans.
Ow. There we go. Alright, onwards then.
It never stood a chance.
You're welcome.
I mean, you could just climb over it, but hey. I guess it makes for a quick escape route.
That would be my guess. There are sentries everywhere.
Damn. Alright, well, let's keep moving then. It's kind of funny, I have all these materials and I have yet to use them. Just because the sword I had before...
Must come to an end.
Ah, fuck.
We might have a bit more company from now on.
Alright, let's do this.
Captain, intruders! Summon the cannoneer! At once! Sick of Torgal! Get him, boy! You know what to do. Get him, boy!
Alright. Damn. Oh, that's not fair! That's a bunch of horse shit, that's what that is. Ow. Okay, level up. Level 22. Nice. Oh, fuck.
I think this may be the moment I was talking about earlier.
What have we here? More insects come to be squashed? You will find my mortar and I only too happy to oblige.
That is a big-ass cannon.
Then let's shut him up.
Hell yeah.
Then we better make this quick. Sick of Torgal.
Oh.
Too slow. Sick of Torgal.
The fact that he's able to, like, swing that big thing around like a frickin' sword is... Oh, I pressed the button.
Too slow. Not this time.
Alright. There we go, we got a full stagger. We're gonna go ahead and save the limit break. I feel like we'll need that for the inevitable big boss. Oof. Oh, fuck. A dominant? There's no way.
Bollocks. He's gonna catch it. You'll get none in return. There's nothing left of him but hatred and rage.
Let's end his torment.
Alright, yeah, I agree. Let's end this. Once again, like, I hate when I don't get the prompt. There's like a moment where the prompt should pop up and it doesn't. Now, if it's something like it deems that I pressed the button too late, okay, that's fine. Or like in the beginning when I was pressing L1 instead of R1. That was my fault. So, like I said, that's my fault for pressing the wrong button. So far, I don't think L1 has really been used for anything. Shit. Ah, fuck. I was too busy focused on him, I didn't see the prompt on the screen. We got him to half stagger, so that's good. If we stagger him fully, we can finish this. Hell, we might even be able to finish this before a full stagger. think my highest streak for the perfect dodge, or precision dodge, or whatever it's called, it's like 6, I'm pretty sure. There we go, full stagger. Let me join my friends and finish this. The Imperial Cannoneer is slain. Hell yeah. I've got so much money and I have no idea what to do with it. Increases ignition damage by 12%.
I'll never get used to that. Akashic or no, he was still a man. A man who drowned in ether.
It's no way for anyone to go.
No, it is not. That sounds horrible. We have work to finish.
Guard duty's a death sentence in this place. Not that Sylvester cared. Breathe deep of the blessing, my friends. Who said being a dominant doesn't have its benefits?
Sid, this is an ether flood.
There shouldn't be one here, should there? The workers couldn't survive this.
Well, it wasn't here last time, I can tell you that. Which means we need to be quick. The ether won't hurt us, but I'd rather not find out what it's done to everyone else.
Yeah, that would, that'd be, good. Alright, there's something up here, so let's grab that. Another potion. See, I didn't need to stock up on anything. I'm fine. I've used way more potions than I like to admit, though.
Oh, the miners. The guards.
Too far gone. The ether's made monsters of them. What we can do now is put them out of their misery.
Isabel said she thought the Empire might be planning to abandon the capital. Could this be why?
What? She said you could call her Isabel. Never mind. If ever there was a reason to up sticks, an ether flood would be it. Fuck me. Those guards at the gate. They weren't there to keep people out.
They were there to keep the Akashic in.
Damn. Ah, there we go. Alright, then through here.
Doesn't look that far. Right.
Something's gonna grab him and pull him down, isn't it? Well, not what I was expecting.
Some help. Hold on.
That was too close. Thanks a lot, Jill.
Not quite as spry as I used to be.
I'll take that as a thank you.
Look on the bright side. At least you won't get lost.
Alright, let's keep moving then. Oh boy. Warcry. Some opponents will use the ability Warcry to invigorate themselves, enhancing their performance in battle. Look for the sword up icon and try to defeat them before they can deal too much damage. Shit. It's really sad that the capital's just leaving these people to die, but once again, this is a prime example of capitalism. The lower class, we don't give a fuck what happens to the lower class so long as we make our money. And if a bunch of people have to die for that to happen, then oh well, so be it. That's why, like, one of the things I wanted to do when I was little was to design video games. Hell, I even took a class in high school for it. And while I don't have as much of a passion for designing video games as I do YouTube, if I ever did make a game and, you know, create a whole studio out of it and all of that, you know, I would actually listen to player feedback. If somebody said, "Hey, I love this, but I don't really like this," and a lot of people agreed with that, then of course. But it's like, so EA has been making the same handful of games for years now. Madden, what else? Madden. I am having a brain fart. Madden's the biggest one that comes to mind, but basically a lot of the sports games, except for, I'm pretty sure, yeah, no, wrestling is done by 2K, and even then, they don't listen to their players half the time, because each time a new game comes out, it's just same shit, different pile. Maybe a few new players from the season, but other than that, that's really it. Like, that's all we get. So, and despite what people say, it doesn't matter. EA is going to make what they want to make. 2K is going to make what they want to make. And you have the... Okay, where the hell am I supposed to go? This way. Okay. Oh, hi. Where was I going with this? Like, there's the handful of people that are going to buy every single release. Like, I straight up told myself that if I ever did buy a Madden game or any sort of sports game, I would do at most every other... Oh, wow, I'm an idiot. If it was a snake, it would have bit me. Ugh, excuse me. What the hell is happening to me? All I did was eat some pizza. Anyways, where was I going with this? If I ever did buy a sports game, I would buy every other release, or if there wasn't really that much difference, like, they basically, like, the only new thing is, like, maybe a handful of players and, like, oh, this insert game mechanic thing here makes it more realistic. And I was like, okay, that's fine. What are you gonna do about the multiple bugs? Don't get me started on that. EA is, like, the proud video game company, well, also Ubisoft, but they are the proud people of, hey, we're going to release this game, and, you know, who cares if it has bugs, because people are going to buy it, we'll just patch all the shit out later. Or, in the case of, I think it was Unity, oh boy, that's fun. I think it was Unity. They just gave up on it because it was such a dumpster fire of a game that and don't get me started on Bethesda. I love Bethesda games. Like, I'm one of the few, and I say few, because I know there's few of us. I'm one of the few Starfield defenders. Like, I actually like the game. And a lot of people did not like that the main character in Fallout 4 was voiced because it gave less of an opportunity for a self-insert. But I liked the voice acting. I thought it was pretty well, and it helped, you know, it helped make it better, in my opinion. But I'm not going to pretend that Bethesda does not make games that are straight up buggy messes. Like, Starfield wasn't nearly as bad as people say it is, but I will admit that there's bugs. I've seen them. I haven't seen them in my personal playthroughs, but I have seen them, like, from friends, and hell, even Kate got into Starfield because, you know, hey, it's a new Bethesda game, and she loves Bethesda games, so I think I noticed, like, one bug with her when she had to reload a save, but I don't even remember what it was. And like, ooh, a coral sword. Is that gonna be new? Well, I know it's new. Does it? Oh, yes. All right. Could barely fit in the damn scabbard.
Replace that wooden door with something a little more sturdy.
Shh.
On the count of 3.
What happened to 2?
What?
Once more.
Aye, seeing as you're trying now.
Boom.
As if that was going to keep us out.
Yeah, no, it really wasn't. But Ubisoft had their first win in a very long time with Prince of Persia and the Lost Crown. Like, that game made it into my top 5 games of 2024 so far. And I know it was only January.
Is it? I can't see a thing.
Holy crap.
Unless someone's moved it.
Well, I don't think you can move a big-ass crystal, but hey, what do I know? They had their first win in a very long time, and then Skull and Bones came out. And then Skull and Bones came out. I was planning on making a video about it, but I've never played the game, so one could argue don't diss it if you don't try it, but I think I've seen enough gameplay. Like, I was going to Oh. Okay, people are talking. Okay, wow.
Big. But this...
That is fucking huge. That's what she said.
There. That's our way into the inner sanctum.
It is surprisingly not guarded.
You'd think they'd have patched that up by now. Sorry state the Empire's in.
Wait. You don't mean...
Aye. My little game of hide-and-seek with Bahamut ended here. At tragic cost to this remarkable architecture. Don't blame me, he started it.
But how did he make it out alive?
I walked. You should try it.
The path of the goddess. But yeah, as I was saying, Skull and Bones, I've seen enough of it to know that it's not my thing. Like, I was there with Sea of Thieves on day 1. Like, the first day it came out, I was playing it. And now it's it's still going, which I'm actually really happy for, even if I haven't really played it. Like, I downloaded the game, I want to say last month.
Are the two places connected somehow?
Maybe. I was there day one with Sea of Thieves, and I downloaded the game like last month. And then that's when I remembered why I stopped playing it. The game's not really fun when you're playing it by yourself. It's even worse when, whatchamacallit. It's even worse because when the game first came out, they didn't have the safer seas option. So, if I got attacked, I was fucked. Though I do remember this heroic story of how I had a whole bunch of treasure with me because I was one of those people that hoarded the treasure chest, and then once I couldn't hold any more... Oh, okay. New enemies. Once I couldn't hold any more treasure in my little secret area that I had at my ship, which wasn't really so secret, it was just they weren't on deck to display. But, oh, where was I going? Oh yeah, so I was screwed, right? This big ass ship was attacking me. I was screwed big time. However, there was this other ship that came and saved me, right? And I thought he was taking down the bigger ship to, you know, get to my treasure and whatnot. No, he invited me to a party, and he was like, I really hate that people can think that they could just pick on smaller ships. And it's the reason why new people are not wanting to get into this game, because it's so hard for people to get into it when everyone's several leagues ahead of you. And it was like, yes, I wholeheartedly agree with that. So, that kept me playing for a little bit longer. I told him that I did want to give him something as thanks, so I gave him three of my 20 treasure chests. And he said thank you, and then we parted ways. And then I started playing for a little bit longer, and then I just fell off because, like I said, it's not that fun when you're playing by yourself.
When I was in the Imperial Army, soldiers assigned to the Glass Gate would tell stories about something they called the Guardian.
Can't say I saw anything like that when I was last here. Then again, I can't say I made it this far.
Let's just be careful then.
I really do like the adaptive triggers on the PS5. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I am more of an Xbox girl. I have games on my PS5, and I obviously play my PS5, but I have a way bigger library on my Xbox. I guess it's just because I'm more familiar with the... Oh, hey, foreshadowing.
Where did that come from?
Oh, my.
If I had to guess...
I would say it's him.
Another victim of the flood. Well, it's a fight he wants.
Ready, Clive?
Always.
See, this is what I was talking about. This is why I wanted to save the limit break gauge. And now, we're going to go into the items tab, and we're going to drink one of these Lionheart tonics. Alright, we got him partial staggered, so that's good. Ow. gonna say that second one. Oh! Okay, there we go. I was about to get really mad there for a minute. Alright, there we go. Full stagger. Let's frickin' do this, people. That is a lot of stagger damage. Ouch.
Where's he off to now? Clive, look out!
It's not even close to me yet. Excuse me. I should have been able to dodge that, but whatever. Ouch. Alright, partial stagger. Okay, that one was my fault. I will fully accept that. We are almost there to stagger number 2. Okay, Limit Break is ready. It's been ready, but I think I'll wait till the stagger. There we go, stagger. So now I can deal more damage. Why did I do less damage in Limit Break mode than I did without? Okay, Dragon Dance.
Not this time. Not this time.
I don't know why, but out of nowhere the screen gets all blurry all of a sudden. I don't know if that's part of the fight or what. Well, another one of my potions was used, and I'm now fresh out of regular potions. Okay, we got in a partial stagger, so that's good. Oh boy, cauterize again. Ouch. Where'd he go? Oh, there he is.
Not this time.
Alright, he is almost dead. So this fight could be over very quickly. And by could be over very quickly, I mean it will. A Catholic dragon slain. That is what I'm talking about, guys. We have some black blood, which can be traded for Gil.
Are you alright?
Fine.
The inner sanctum lies just beyond. Chances are the palace guard knows we're here. We should move. Not that any sane commander would send his men into a place awash with this much ether. Clive,
If this all works, and the blessing fades, things are likely to get worse for our kind before they get better. Being the last to wield ether will make our talents that much more sought after, by which I mean hunted. I just hope in the end they'll see that we didn't have any other choice, that it was the only way to get us to a better place.
And here I was thinking I was the uncertain one. Luckily, 2 out of 3 of us have faith in you.
Then it all starts here. Time to earn that menacing title. Sid the Vicious, was it?
Sid the Outlaw, but I like Vicious better. Alright, let's do this. I have a feeling that it's not going to be that easy. Who knows, maybe we might have another fight with Bahamut.
We're almost there. Anyone having second thoughts?
Not me.
We're with you to the end, Sid.
Then what are we waiting for?
Oh yeah, we know that fight must have been really hard for you. Here's some potions. There it is.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, it is.
The heart of Sunbreak.
I think it's going to take a little more than that.
That didn't work. I think we're gonna need a bigger sword.
Mine's bigger.
Thank you, Clive, but I meant that figuratively. The core's clearly made of sterner stuff. Tyler's going to have a fit when she hears about this. Stand back. It's about to get cramped in here.
There he is. Don't know his name. Well, I mean the icon's name, but
That's more like it.
wow.
Clive, look.
Oh. I think we fucked up. Oh no.
Sid! Ifrit, I need Ifrit.
Oh god.
I can't do this without you.
Mythos. Show us your strength. Torgal.
Hold on.
That was close. Oh. Uh-oh. Where are we now?
Where the hell am I?
Oh. We're gonna have to interact with that thing, aren't we?
I've been here before.
Huh? Typhon. It has been repelled. This insolence shall not go unpunished. Dominant.
You again. Where are you? What do you want?
Ooh, excuse me.
It's still alive.
It's driving it deeper? Unleash the power within you. Embrace your fate.
Out of my head. I don't answer to you. I'm leaving.
Game over. This cataclysmic stuff is happening like every other, well, not every other. It's happening every episode, but I guess that's one of the great things about this game. It always keeps you on your toes. Well, that's not good.
What else can he
I pressed that button. Ouch. I love those mortal blows. Then there's another one dead. Oh no. That's definitely not good. Crap.
That power isn't yours. But this is mine.
Oh. Oh! Ifrit's back, baby. Let's fucking do this.
I am fire.
Ifrit, let's do this. Embodying Ifrit again. Okay, so same as last time. Ability mastery is shared with Clive. Backdraft. Press a triangle after executing a fireball burst, the iconic version of Clive's magic burst, to perform a devastating melee finish known as backdraft. Use circle to sprint over an extended distance. Hold circle to lengthen sprint duration while using L while sprinting to change different directions. And all other abilities available while embodying Ifrit can be confirmed on the abilities tab in the main menu. Typhon. I love that name, by the way. It's fucking badass. Here we go, coming in with full stagger. Any minute now. Dodging like wildfire. Use L while holding circle is an effective method to avoid Typhon's wide-scale attacks. There we go. There's the full stagger. Let's fucking go. This isn't over. I know it's not. Oh, fuck. It's over already?
It's done.
A promising beginning. But there's still much more that we would see. Oh, great. Now there's more of them. That's nice.
How many more could there be?
Shit. That's not good.
Fuck.
Yep, nope, phase 2. Let's fucking do this then. Oh, crap. Oh, fuck me. And now show us your true strength.
As you wish.
Typhon the Transgressor. I like that name. Ow. Okay, how the hell? Ow. Ow. Okay. Ow. Ow, 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 ow. Fucking hell. There we go. There's the full stagger. Let's fucking finish this. Scratch that. This might take a second stun. Oh, no! No, it won't! There we go. Oh, ha, 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 ha. Hellfire! Uh-oh. Ow. Oh, we're not done yet. Oh, the music is fucking kick-ass. Oh, look at that. Surprise, motherfucker! Hellfire! Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo! Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da-da! Oh, oh, that was badass. That was fucking badass. Let's fucking go. Holy fucking shit. Ooh, okay. It reduces Flames of Rebirth's cooldown time by 12 seconds. Interesting. A more suitable vessel. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, poor Torgal. He's like, hey, buddy, wake up.
Clive.
Well, enjoy your nap.
You're wounded.
This, it's only a scratch. All right, the hole.
We'll find you a healer.
Here. No, you won't.
Oh, no. What's going on? Oh! Hi! Now we shall become one.
I know who you are. And if you think I'm gonna let you have him... think again.
Oh my. Drive it in! That's what I'm fucking talking about. Why do you deny your fate, your purpose?
Sid.
Oh man.
One left. That'll do me.
Try not to talk.
But it's what I'm good at.
Clive. For so long, I thought I had all the answers. But then I met you. And I learned it wasn't a good death we should be fighting for, but a better life. It's all very well, a man reclaiming his fate. But if he can't choose how he meets it, what's the point?
I agree. Wholeheartedly.
So, I made a choice.
What?
Don't do this. The rest is in your hands. The crystal's blessing is a prison, Clive. And if it's an outlaw the world needs to help it break free. Stop. Please. I can think of none better than you.
Fuck. Denial. So this is how you would waste your will. Perhaps it is time you learned. Your place in this grand scheme.
In ashen grip, let ember glow, to kindle flames anew.
Huh. Came and saved us at just the right time. Damn, he looks badass. Finally, we're gonna get some monologue.
I'm sorry, Clive. Had I arrived but a moment sooner. Do you remember me, boy?
I knew it! I knew it!
I saw you protect them. That was very brave.
I fucking knew it.
I know you're there. Ultima.
Ultima. I love that name. Oh.
You have learned our name. What else have you learned, Phoenix?
It really is him. I
My
fucking knew
travels
it.
have revealed much about you and your ambitions. I know that it was you who tore me from my brother. And I know that it is his power that you seek. But know this. If you want him, you'll have to go through me.
Oh my.
Breath of mine ancestors, fill these lungs that I may dispel the songs of suffering.
A disturbance.
We'll leave. My brother alone.
Holy shit.
This is getting us nowhere.
We agree. No more games, Phoenix. We have come to claim our vessel.
And I said no.
These flames are nothing. You will know what it is to burn.
Yours is a fleeting form. I'm not fool enough to think I can harm you. But to protect my brother, I don't have to.
It's him. It's Joshua! Ah!
These are not flames of destruction.
Have you forgotten already who I am? Just try and get to my brother now. Fiend.
Holy shit. I got goosebumps. I don't know about you, but I got goosebumps. Love the name of that achievement, by the way. Lawless. Crap.
You hurt me! He must be here. Must! Fail, Lord Cook again! Find Sid! Are all fucking dead! Sid, help us! Where is he? You'll do! Bastard!
Oh my god.
Gab, we've got to go!
Not without this!
Sid is not among the dead. Shall I send a Stolas? That won't be necessary.
Oh! Hello again. You know she was a whore, right? She was not loyal. Sorry to tell you, my friend, but he is dead.
The finest silks from the master weavers of Randalar. Come, feel its softness.
Chocobo
Make a nice
steaks,
gift for your
chocobo
wife.
sausage, all from greens-fed farm birds. None of the old courses you'll find elsewhere. Here, take a bite.
I gotta say, the hood looks badass on him.
I've got peppers and peas, beans and beets. If it goes in a pot, I've got the lot.
Curatives, restoratives,
Look all you like, sir. It's all fresh. Picked this very morning.
restoratives, unguents, ointments, poultices, harmatives, curatives, restoratives, unguents, ointments, poultices. Might I interest you in a potion, milady? Perhaps a soothing salve to ease the aches of the road? I'm sorry. I wish you well, but may the mothers guide you. Calmatives, curatives, restoratives, unguents, ointments, poultices. Calmatives, curatives, restoratives.
Holy shit, talk about a time skip. 878.
It's good to see you, Sid. What have we learned? The bearers are locked up in an old courthouse on the edge of town. And I hardly need tell you who is there to make sure they stay that way.
Kupka's private guard.
It's a trap. And not a very good one at that.
Another? What does he hope to gain from this?
I'll have the captives free before nightfall.
You do nothing of the sort. Our comrades didn't give their lives for you to get your throat slit in a god's forsaken slum.
So those in the courthouse should be left to suffer.
That's not what I said. I simply meant it doesn't have to be you who frees them.
You've got nice eyes.
Damn it all. You're as stubborn as the old Sid was. Just don't say I didn't warn you. You're Sid now, and if anything happens to him, we're finished.
It's kind of interesting, not gonna lie. I mean, just because I possess his power doesn't mean I'm Sid, but I guess he did entrust everything to me, so fair point.
Please, we don't know anything.
You have to believe us. We'd help you if we could.
Ow.
But you're helping us already.
Forgive him, my lord. He did not mean to offend.
Quiet, you!
No sign of Hugo.
I'll wager he thinks as highly of his minions' traps as we do.
Then this should be easy.
Don't hurt us. I beg of you.
Quiet means quiet, branded scum.
Hello there.
It's going to be all right. I'm here to even the odds. Any objections?
It's him.
Fuck yes.
Sit here. Come on.
Yeah, no.
Go. Summon the others. The bearers.
Safe.
Let's do this. The power of thunder. Clive has claimed a portion of the icon Ruma's essence. Attuning with Ruma not only changes the elemental aspect of Clive's magic spells, but also allows access to several new iconic abilities such as Thunderstorm, which rains 11 bolts down on all nearby enemies, knocking them back. Ability details are found in the Abilities tab in the main menu. Ruma's feat. Ruma's iconic feat, Blind Justice, can be used to launch a barrage of ball lightning at up to 9 targets determined by locking onto them. The lightning will temporarily remain affixed to the target and can be ignited by striking. Let's fucking go. Oh shit. More enemies.
Titan senses we've got.
Let's just take a look at something real quick. Ruma channeled. Let's upgrade some of these abilities. We have 2 that we can unlock. Lightning Rod. Create a ball of lightning that upon being struck chains lightning to other nearby enemies. Okay. And then Judgment Bolt. Summon from the heavens a mighty Levin Bolt that deals massive damage to a single target. I like that. I really do. Just a quick... Do I have enough? Of course I don't. I will master this eventually. Oh, okay, that makes sense. Oh, this game just got like 10 times more better, and it was already 10 times better when we got the other icon.
Enough of this! Let him play with the kitten!
They brought a pet.
That's not a kitten!
You'll pay for what you've done, Sid.
Those things are fast.
We'll have to be faster.
Come on. There we go, staggered. Let's frickin' go. This is gonna take 2 staggers. Maybe even 3. Well, shit, that stagger happened quickly. Yeah, this is gonna take a 3rd stagger. Oh, maybe not. Da 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 da. It's very choosy on when it does that. Like, was that really the best one for that? Doesn't matter though. We kicked his ass. You are not the boss of me. Decoration, Medal of Valor, War Panther, used in crafting. Goodbye.
To hell with this!
Pussies!
They'll tell Hugo.
Let them. There's been more than enough bloodshed for one day.
Murderer. All of our friends are dead because of you. Do you
What?
hear me? They used us as bait. Bait to lure you out of your stinking hole, all because you couldn't just let things be.
What are you even doing here? We never asked to be saved. Did you think we'd thank you? They'll never forgive us. We're all marked now.
For 5 years we fought to secure a better life for our kind. To see that we are treated as equals. Do you not want that?
What we want is to be left alone. Every time you show your faces, it is we who suffer.
It's all right. I'm sorry.
Fuck me, I guess we'll leave you alone then, motherfuckers. Don't come crying to us when you need to be saved.
Just leave us be. This is our home, and this is where we'll stay.
Sid told us this wouldn't be easy. They'll come round.
If you say so.
Well, I do, so.
We should go.
Wonder what's becoming the hideaway now. Whoa.
That night 5 years ago, we destroyed what for many was a symbol of hope. For a reason they'll never know. We cannot blame them for thinking us the cause of their misery. Though it's to give them a better tomorrow, they see only that we've made their lives harder today. Yet the boil must be lanced if it is to heal.
I can't help but wonder if we've made the right choice.
When Sid said that he wanted to create a world where we were free. Free to choose our own path. honestly don't think it mattered to him if that choice was right or wrong. Only that it was our own.
I miss him.
A world where we can live and die as equals. That's what he wanted. What we want. And that's why I bear his name. It's why we've all chosen to bear his legacy. And I'm not going to let anything stand in our way.
Rides over, lovebirds. Home, sweet home.
Holy cow, they've rebuilt! That is awesome! I mean, yeah, sure, in 5 years I'm sure they'll do that, but still. I can't believe I'm saying this, but please hope Karen's alive. Home sweet home.
Otto was asking after you. Let's go and see him.
Never a dull moment.
Welcome back, Sid.
Going up. Alright, let's see what Otto wants then.
Ah, there you are, Clive. Word of your adventures arrived this morning. Victor sent his thanks.
I doubt Kupka will miss the fools he sent to catch me. Not a single one of the bearers we saved showed any interest in coming with us. No one seems keen to join hands with an outlaw. Any news while we were away?
None worth mentioning. Gav's still off keeping an eye on the Republican army. Should be back any day now.
Understood. If anyone needs me, I'll be in the map room.
I don't want to be in the map room yet. I want to go. Oh, is that Karen?
Still can't work that one out. There must be better places than the hull of a gutted airship to bury your nose in a book.
Yet this is where she's chosen to be. And I'm sure she has her reasons.
Oh, Vivian is her name, I guess.
Trust I'm not intruding.
Back from your mission? I'm beginning to think your habit of surviving cannot be attributed to luck alone.
One might say the same of you, Vivian Ninetails.
I'll have you know that only 4 attempts have been made on my life, and none was especially memorable. So, to what do I owe the honor? Could it be that you've come for one of my lessons?
Is that so hard to believe?
Very well then. Shall we start with the state of the realm? To absolutely no one's surprise, she finds herself at the mercy of armies and outlaws. Well, mostly armies. Though that's not for want of trying, is it, Clive? But the real question is, how did we get here?
Ooh, we're gonna get a lore dump.
Long though Sambrek's dominion over northeastern Storm has endured, recent days have seen the Blight wrest ever more land from her grasp. For which reason she has continued to wage war on her rival across the strait, hoping to claim less blackened pastures. But Odin would sooner pawn his sword than Waloed relinquish Ash. And the Empire pays dearly for every blade of grass bent beneath Sambrequois boots. Little wonder then that Sylvester set his sights on the crystalline dominion, an altogether easier target, possessed of no less ether. It was 5 years ago, while you were busying yourself with the destruction of Drake's head, that the Empire made its move, subjugating its theretofore neutral neighbor. A nation which could legitimately claim to be the center of the world.
Certainly, there is no better place to stage an army. From there, the Holy Empire's reach spans the Twins. The non-aggression treaty was the only thing keeping them in check. But if they truly broke the pact without provocation, it is only a matter of time before others reply in kind. The Holy Empire, the Dalmekian Republic, the Kingdom of Waloed, and of course, our friends in Yaran. Who will be left standing, I wonder, when the last drop of blood is spilled?
You were born in Twinside. Do you not fear for your home?
Oh, dark clouds are wont to gather over the Dominion. Yet in spite of it all, she has ever endured. And when the storm has passed, I am confident she will remain. Now, as to the matter of payment for today's lesson, complete a simple errand for me and we shall consider ourselves even.
Even. Right.
Return this volume to old tomes in the shelves. Tell him it was adequate.
I suppose it wouldn't hurt to visit our resident historian.
I love all the time skips. First it was 13 years, then it was 5. I don't know why people... I know of a few people who were saying that this game was bad, and I'm like, why? It's got so much lore. And the combat is magnificent.
Lawsman Harpocrates.
Now that is a name I have not heard for a long time. So long, in fact, I had half forgotten it was mine. Welcome home, Clive. You were missed, as always.
I believe this belongs to you. Vivian asked me to return it.
Ready? Our resident scholar devours books faster than young Tet does lemon tarts. Would that I could do the same. But alas, I no longer possess the necessary constitution for such indulgence, either in words or tarts. That said, I have continued my search for mention of the creature you encountered at Drake's Head. But without access to the great libraries of Oriflamme or the Dominion, I regret that I have been able to find little and less. I am sorry.
Please, don't apologize. I'll send word to our associates. See if they can't furnish you with more books.
I fear it is not more books that I require, but the right ones. Mayhap we look in the wrong places. There are still libraries to the north.
I'll see what I can do.
You are too kind. There are not many in this world who would indulge the whims of a tired old historian.
Not too tired to go filching Kupo nuts, though. Always got a pocket for him. Nicks him off the Moogle.
Hush now. We all know there's no such thing as Moogles.
The twins seem well.
Aye. Yet they laugh far too little for one so young. The loss of their parents weighs heavy on them. However well they hide it. Titan took much from us that night. From some more than others. And the wounds that remain, they are not quick to heal.
Which is why we must give them all the time they need.
That we
I
must.
agree.
Just as I must give you the time you need to recuperate. Good day, Clive.
Good day. Gav will be back soon. I should get some rest while I can.
Not back a blink and you're already off solving everyone's problems. It looks good, Clive. Goes well with the scowl.
I'd had that brand for so long. I'd forgotten what life was like without it. What it was like to be myself. And it's all thanks to you, Talia.
The scalpel did most of the work. Ah, before I forget, a rider was here with a letter from Gav. Otto left it on your desk.
Not a Stolas. All right. I'll have a look.
And then you get some rest.
Aw, it's great to know that she's the one who did the work.
What could Gav have thought worthy of a letter?
Hopefully not that he's been compromised. Reports, letters, and other important missives addressed to Clive are delivered to the reading table in his chambers. New messages are always arriving, so make it a point to check the reading desk upon returning to the hideaway. The Republican army marches on the Empire at Twinside, and the men of the Rock have been summoned to the front. Something big is brewing, I reckon. I'll see you're done to wear upon my return. Gav.
What does Gav have to say?
The Republican army is on the march, leaving Randalar in Hugo Kupka's charge. With him and his men occupied with the defense of the capital, they're less likely to trouble us.
Good news, then.
It's more than that. This is our chance. The one we've been waiting for.
Oh boy.
But look how far we've come. All that we have here, our friends, the hideaway, are they not cause for joy?
5 years. 5 long years. If I could only command this power I've been granted, we might have achieved so much more. But each time I reach for it, it's like something is holding me back.
Summoning an icon exacts a price not easily paid. Your body knows this only too well. It's merely trying to save you from yourself.
And every burden I cannot bear falls to you.
This mission of ours has made me question everything I thought I knew. But one thing has become abundantly clear. The crystals take more than they give. In exchange for momentary comfort, we must endure a lifetime of pain, war after war, loss upon loss. And now they rob us of our very homes, leaving naught but dust and ash. But you're trying to change that. We're trying to change that.
Hell yeah.
And to me, that's no burden.
I know, but...
Try not to forget. We're only here because Joshua gave us a second chance. It would be a pity to waste such a precious gift.
He did. He was there. It wasn't an illusion. I heard him call out to Ultima.
Wow.
If Joshua is still alive, he'll be looking for that thing.
Do you think he will ever come back?
I know he will. And we must be ready when he does.
Heck yeah.
To a world without mother crystals. To Sid.
If I had a drink, I'd be drinking to that.
And so the North is lost.
I knew that the blight spread ever more swiftly, Your Grace. But this is far, far worse than any could have imagined.
It is only a matter of time before the twins are no more. The world marches ever closer to its end, and here we chase shadows. Tell me, brother, are our efforts in vain?
No, they are not. We will save this world. I know it.
Master Clive, a moment, if you... my apologies, I didn't mean to... intrude.
Not at all. We were just discussing strategy.
Speak freely, Otto.
It's Martha, from the inn. She's gone missing. Anyway, I'll be in the mess when you've finished.
Very well.
So she lives. The Gathering Storm.
What would make Martha leave the rest?
Oop, sorry. Oh, hey, the stone. I wonder if there's any new customizations. Let's just take a look, see. It's probably not, but burnt black. Yep, and then normal. Yep, that makes sense. Oh, gotta go down the stairs. Hello. Alright, what's all this then?
What do we know, Otto?
Some lads from the Imperial garrison in Rosaria started a fight over at Martha's Rest. Blood was spilled, bones were broken. The usual. But somewhere in the middle of it all, Martha vanished without a word to anyone. And that ain't like her, Clive. Something's not right.
You think this was planned?
Of course it bloody was. Ever since Eastpool, the Empire's been tightening its grip around the Duchy's balls. They've strung up everyone who's ever set eyes on a runaway, claiming they're traitors to the Holy Throne, conspiring to restore the House of Rosfield to power. And now it sounds like the bastards have turned their attentions to the pallbearers meek enough to stay put.
Wow.
Naturally, old Martha could see the way the wind was blowing, complained that it was getting harder and harder to take bearers in.
And now she's missing. If she's fallen into the hands of the Empire, we could be next.
Couple of curse breakers are already on their way to the inn. They should help speed up the search. But if this is as bad as I think it is, you might end up having to save their asses and all.
Don't worry, Otto. I'll make sure everyone gets home safe.
Right then, let's go find the curse breakers. Where's the objective marker? Interesting. I guess I'll just walk around.
Finish with that lot.
Welcome back, Sid.
And there's a side quest. There we go. You know, I wish it would have told me to head here. But, you know, whatever, I guess.
What happened here?
Come on. We need to find the others.
Best off staying where we are for now, I reckon.
Let's get you to
Sid? What said you'd be coming?
I trust you don't mind. Also thought you might need some help. And it appears he was right.
You, could say that, yes. They're saying the Imperials ascended like a storm. No one was spared their fury.
Damn.
Martha tried to step in and calm things down, but all our efforts got her were a pair of iron shackles and a hard march.
Any idea where?
Judging by their tracks, they headed towards Sorrowwise Bay.
To the Abbey, sheltering Martha's bearers.
The bastards. Jill and I will go after them. You take care of the people here.
We will. But, before you go, one of the locals heard something. He said the soldiers were talking about a culling. I don't know how big this is, but it doesn't sound good. Be careful out there, Sid.
You do the same.
Dark clouds gather.
Cole is right. That was no tavern brawl. It was a message.
But a culling. Bearers are the property of the Empire. The garrison wouldn't have the authority to act alone. The orders would have had to have come from higher up.
Probably from our bitch of a mother. I love the little details, like his hair swooshing. Or, I guess, blowing in the wind is the proper term. This episode has been very eventful, I must say.
Go, Torval! Get him!
Let's just take care of a few of these guys. There we go.
Look. Up ahead.
Uh-oh.
Arthur, are you hurt?
Don't worry about me. It's them at the Abbey who need you. You have to do something. Tell us what happened. What happened? The damn Black Shields, that's what happened.
Damn.
The Black Shields? The bastards caught wind. The abbot and I were helping bearers. They were gonna hang us both. When the sick rose from their beds. Poor souls turned on the Imperials. Distracted them long enough for me to get away.
Then they may still be alive. Martha, do you think you can make it back to the inn? Cole is there with the other curse breakers.
I think so. Thank you, Clive.
Alright then. Let's go help the abbot then. Abbot? Abbot?
Black Shields. Is this some sort of twisted joke? There has only ever been one Order of Shields in Rosaria, and they fought to defend all her citizens.
Seems a step too far. Even for the Empire.
Yeah, I mean, I would agree with that. Like, it's kind of fucking ridiculous. See, I didn't even want to engage in combat. I just wanted to pick up this item. A little bit of money can't hurt. God, that is so badass. Alright, let's go help the abbot then.
Are we too late?
There might still be someone inside.
Oh.
Damn it. I thought you lot were all spent.
Oh boy.
Murderers. They drove the bearers to this.
Wait. These two aren't turned.
That bitch of an innkeeper must have sent them.
Who you calling a
Colluding with the
bitch?
enemies of the Empire is a serious offense.
And for their crimes shall they be punished. Such is the law. To dwell in darkness that we may purge the night and welcome lasting dawn. On these our swords we swear.
How dare you speak those words? Have you no honor?
Clive.
This won't take long.
No, the absolute fuck it won't. Fucking bastards.
It's over. Is that all of them?
I think so.
Oh, what's that thing down at the bottom? A new token. Reduces gouge cooldown time by 3 seconds.
I didn't see the abbot. He may still be alive.
Oh no.
The abbot.
Fucking hell.
The bearers died protecting him, calling upon what little magic they had left in their bodies.
Clive. He's breathing.
At least someone survived.
Martha, we're here to help.
Are the Imperials dead?
They are. Every last one.
If only that were true. The Black Shields will return. The cullings will continue. Rosaria will never be saved unless we save her. Tell Mother to beg Sis aid and tell her this wasn't her fault.
I shall.
Sid! Where are you? Sid!
In here! We found a survivor!
Clive. He's gone.
Damn.
We've laid the abbot to rest, but the bearers, they didn't need to die like this.
No, the hell they didn't.
No, they didn't. But it was their choice. They knew the fate that awaited them and chose to meet it on their terms. fighting for those who fought for them.
Arthur said they rose from their beds, threw themselves at the Imperials so she and the abbot could escape.
I've gathered the bearers' remains. We should consign them to the tide.
There's a drawbridge not far from here. Radix jump. The currents there are swift. If the abbot was still with us, he'd have taken the dust there himself and performed the casting. I'll get someone to...
I'll do it.
Of course. Cole and I will remain here and see to the Imperials.
Let's prioritize that quest then. This game is a lot darker, at least from what I've played, compared to other Final Fantasy games. Like 15 had some sad moments from what I've played, but like nothing this sad. Or maybe it's because I haven't gotten that far yet. I don't know. So I wonder... So I'm assuming Titan is Hugo's... is Hugo. He's the dominant of Titan. And I really hope we can take his abilities next. Because I feel like he'll be able to do a hell of a lot of damage. Oh, who are you? I've never seen you before. And Araman. Oh, it has a bounty on it? Oh, I guess I'm doing one of the bounty things now. Notorious marks. Every now and then, Clive may encounter creatures larger, faster, and more ferocious than most. While fight is always an option, defeating these notorious marks can earn him not only renown, but also rare materials that can be used to craft new gear or upgrade existing items. Well, yeah, let's fucking fight this thing.
What am I saying? Of course it has. It's a floating eyeball.
Let's go ahead and lock on it. Shit. Have we not stunned it yet? I could have sworn we did. Fuck. Ow. Oh yeah, just hit me while I'm down, why don't you? There we go. There's the stun. Fucking kill this damn thing. There we go. And then Phoenix. There we go. Doom again. Okay. Wow, this is... Alright, casting Doom again. Sure, why not? You're almost dead anyways, so... There we go. The notorious mark is slain. I seriously wonder what that new thing is down at the bottom.
You didn't see that coming.
Oh, hell yeah. Fuck it, I'm petting Tortle. Oh, such a good boy. Oh man, I want a dog so bad. But unfortunately, this place does not allow pets. But yeah.
That must be the bridge.
Oh crap. Please don't tell me this thing's about to die. Oh, what would you?
So shall the waters cleanse thee of thy burden, and bear it out to sea.
Rest in peace.
And now they are truly free.
I hope so. What of the Imperials?
A pyre was made. It's more than they deserve. We should go back. Cole is worried about Martha.
All right.
Alright then, let's head back to town. You know, I fear that my headset is about to die, which might be a huge problem. But if it could just hold out for... Hell, we have less than 45 minutes left. If it can hold out that long, that'd be, like, greatly appreciated. Especially because, like, as I have unfortunately found out with Savage Lands, it doesn't work all that well when you try to put a headphone jack in. Well, I mean, it kind of does. But apparently, like, when I was doing session 6 of Savage Lands, I was constantly going in and out. Like, they could not hear me for shit, which was really annoying, to say the least. Like I said, hope that doesn't happen here, but who knows. Alright. Into...
No one survived then?
I'm sorry.
No, unfortunately.
Before he passed, one of them bade me tell you not to blame yourself.
Doesn't mean I won't. Doesn't mean their blood's not on my hands. Cole said you cast their remains. That was good of you. But it should have been me. This was all my fault.
How? You couldn't have known.
But I did. And I turned a deaf ear to the warnings like the fool I am. The rumors started moons ago. Of black-clad devils descending on villages in the dead of night to slit the throats of sleeping bearers. But I assumed it was all just nonsense concocted by the Empire. Nothing but a ghost story meant to make folk think twice about lending a hand to a fugitive bearer.
And in ordinary times you would have been right. What these Black Shields are doing is unthinkable. Which begs the question, why do it at all? My mother obviously has a hand in this. I cannot make sense of her actions.
Unpicking what goes on in that woman's head is a job for someone with more time on their hands. Right now, I need swords and men to wield them, preferably big ones. If those Imperials think they can come in here again and threaten my people, they're in for a rude awakening. Oh, before I forget, a Stolas from Otto landed just before you arrived. He asked me to tell you that Gav has returned.
Then we must as well. Will you be all right here, Martha?
We can stay longer if you wish.
No need. I'll be ready should the Imperials come calling. Though I wouldn't turn my nose up if you were to lend me a pair of them strapping young curse breakers.
Now I think I could just use the pillar thing.
This isn't the first time I've seen one of these. Perhaps I can use them as waymarks.
Yeah, you can. Hello? Okay. Oops. Yeah, that was the wrong button. Can you only travel between certain markers in the Imperial Providence? Like, it's right here. So surely I should be able to use it. Unless it's telling me that I should go, like, here. And then from here, turn around and go this way to open the map. Yes, I would. And from there, we'll head back to the hideaway and see what they have for us. Out of my way, guys. Oh my gosh.
Ah, Clive! How I've missed that scowl.
Where's my report?
What, no kind words for your old pal Gav?
If it's kind words you're after, you're fishing in the wrong barrel. Now sit down, you fool.
So, you remember how quick the Empire was to occupy the Dominion after the fall of Drake's head? And how pissed off all the other nations were that they didn't think to do it first?
I mean, yeah.
Half a century of independence gone at the whim of a madman. So much for their bloody treaty.
Clearly, the promise of unblighted land and the world's supply of crystals was too much for his radiance to resist. And now the Republic's finally decided to follow suit, using liberation as an excuse to declare war on Sambrek. Lined up right outside the Dominion's gates as we speak, looking to starve the Imperials into submission.
And now all eyes are on the Strait of Author.
Well, the two nations beat their shields. The rest sharpen their daggers, ready to set upon the war-weary victor.
Such is the thing of war.
It's time we moved on the mother crystals.
Hell yeah.
4 mother crystals remain in Storm and Ash. Drake's Breath near Ironhome. Drake's Fang in Dhalmekia. Drake's Spine in Waloed. And Drake's Tail here in the Crystalline Dominion.
With the bulk of the Republican army marching to Twinside, Drake's Fang will be left exposed.
That is exactly the move Kupka would anticipate. And if there is anything these past 5 years have taught us, is that he loves his traps. There is one place, however, where nobody will be expecting us to go.
Drake's Breath.
There's a shitload of sea between us and it, and I've never been much of a swimmer.
I have an acquaintance in Port Isolde who may be able to help.
Who's that then?
My uncle, Byron Rosfield.
Lord Byron Rosfield of the 7 High Houses, the trade magnate with holdings in over 100 cities. Wait, Rosfield. And you're a Rosfield, of course.
My uncle's name gave
Now
him a
he's
start
putting
in the
two
world,
and two
but it was his
together.
acumen which earned him his fortune, along with a handsome fleet of ships.
Well, it's settled then. What are we waiting for, eh? Huh?
I think he'd look more badass with an eye patch, though. Kupo! Otto's counter is now open. Following hideaway facilities are now available: Alliant Reports, Patron's Whisper, and the Hunt Board. All three are located in Otto's mess. Completing side quests available through Alliant Reports or defeating notorious marks found on the Hunt Board will earn Clive renown, inspiring nameless benefactors from across the Twins to donate money or items to Clive's cause. Visit Desiree at the Patron's Whisper and the Hideaway's Mess to view current renown level and accept any donations available. Okay, alright. A lot of side quest stuff. But that's a Final Fantasy game for you. They give you a lot of padding.
Waiting for indeed.
Journey to Hawk's Cry Cliff.
I hear there's trouble.
Alright, I am going to take a quick pause here, just so that I can get this headset situation figured out. So, I'm going to pause right here real quick. So, in a weird turn of events, apparently I can have my headset on the charger while still using it. I did not think I was going to be able to do that, not going to lie. But I ain't gonna bitch. We got, like, what, 28 more minutes left? This is the first time I'm gonna have to do editing for one of these videos, because it's always just one take. You know, for obvious reasons, but... Alright, then. Let's go Journey to Hawkcry's Cliff, and go... Not Cliff, Cliff, and, go take down another Mother Crystal. Alright, let's go.
Do you think it was wise to leave, Gav? He didn't seem pleased.
I needed his eyes and nose in Dhalmekia. I'm not about to let Kupka take us unawares. Besides,
again,
he has a knack for that sort of thing.
I think that's his name.
He does.
And wasn't it Sid who said that matters such as these are best left to dominance? Especially should one of his beloved opportunities to grow and change present itself.
I always knew that I would return one day. Return to Ironhome.
For what?
After learning the truth, you were given the chance to face your past. If I am to continue at your side, I must do the same.
We will face it together then.
Agreed.
To the end.
Come on.
Bloodlines. These always have such cool quest
Why do you
names.
think your mother's reach extends? Will we find the same tragedy in the south as we did at Martha's Rest?
More than likely. Which is why we should hurry. There are still many settlements between here and Port Isolde. We visit as many as we can and hear their stories. Starting with the village of Amber.
I would really prefer if we just took down the mother crystal, but I do understand where we're coming from.
Company.
We're starting a revolution here.
Mockery of justice is what it is. Lord Elwyn would never have stood for this.
Quiet, you! Thought they were loyalists.
Jill, look.
Rosaria must be cleansed of the stain which befouls her, that she might rise once again from the ashes to welcome a new dawn.
Ugh.
It would be a pity to make examples of you all, for the transgressions of but a handful.
Of course, your lordship. You shall have our full cooperation.
What business could the Black Shields have in a village this small? There's barely room to hide a bearer.
Then they must be here for something else.
You fancy dancing a gallows jig like the miller's son?
All right.
Excuse me, but what was all that about?
You haven't heard? Someone's been stirring up trouble. There have been attacks on the garrison, supplies stolen. They even say a Black Shield was murdered. The Empire wants answers, and what the Empire wants, the Empire gets.
Don't they just?
Keep your ears open, eh? The Black Shields will pay good coin for information on the culprits. You'd have to be dull as a sack of stones to think you could take on the Empire. What with their 100 full legions?
100? I heard it were 1,000.
Regardless, that's still a lot. Ah, there we go. Next person.
You seen him, didn't you?
I'm sorry.
The Black Shields. Just now. You seen him, didn't you? At least I think there was a Black Shield. Can't say I ever saw one before.
Was this the first time they visited the village?
What do you think? Amber's the arse end of nowhere. And they thought we might be harboring firebrands. Huh. If only we were. I might have turned him in and become a Black Shield myself.
You don't think these firebrands the Empire is looking for could be us, do you?
I don't know. But we need to find out. Greetings, friend. We are travelers.
I know that. What do you want?
We couldn't help noticing those Imperial soldiers who were here earlier.
Don't you go telling these strangers a thing. I speak for the people of this village, and we have nothing more to say to you. You are to leave Amber and never come back.
May I at least ask why?
I don't know who you are or what brings you here, but your presence puts us all in grave danger. The Empire is a harsh master. Its demands are great, and its justice swift. But as long as we keep our heads down and pay our tributes, we are left alone. Some might call it submission. But if it will spare my people the Viceroy's wrath, then I will gladly submit. This village will not become another East Pool.
Then we shall be on our way.
Well then, yeah, I would call it submission too, but for a good cause.
These people live with a knife to their throats. In the mistaken belief that if they cooperate, my mother will show them mercy.
Obedience bought with fear.
Are you all right?
Sorry, It's nothing. We still don't know who the Black Shields are looking for.
Well, whoever they are, the Imperials deem them worth pursuing to the back of beyond. But other than Martha, who else in Rosaria would have the courage to stand against the Empire? A new ally would certainly be welcome. Can we find them before the Imperials do? Perhaps the next village will yield more answers.
Perhaps.
Alright. Let's go to Port Isolde then.
This pass will take us through the mountains.
And directly into the path of whoever or whatever lurks here.
Can't be that bad.
Evidence the apodatory.
What do you think is breaking them? The mother crystal's collapse?
I have an idea. You're not going to like it.
Yeah, I had a feeling that was going to happen. It's like a Voltorb in Pokemon. You go thinking it's an item, and then boom, you're encountering a Voltorb. Lord help you if it's a shiny one. You better hope you either have a Master Ball or a Quick Ball and some insane luck before it uses Explosion. Don't you just hate that feeling when you feel like you're about to sneeze and it's like a tickle in your nose and it's like, come on, hurry up, just sneeze then. Hell yeah. Level 25. A number that's better than 24. Excuse me.
More of my mother's men.
There we go. And it looks like it's over there. Let's go pick up that item real quick. Oh! Again! Funny how that shit works. There we go. You're always summoning those ice crystals just a little too late. Oh
Blood,
boy,
Clive.
blood.
And still wet.
You were told to stay in your homes.
The Black Shields.
You know who we are. And still, you would bear your steel. Why then, we owe you our thanks. You have saved us the trouble of an interrogation. To dwell in darkness, that we may purge the night and welcome lasting dawn. On these, our swords we swear.
Say that again.
I'll show you a true shield of Rozeria.
Assholes. It would be great if there was like some elemental strengths and weaknesses, but I understand that might be a little bit too much to put in this game. I mean, there's already so much that goes on with the combat. Imagine those who chose for more action-based, the action-based mode, and, well, yeah. So, speaking of the different modes, I realized something. So when I went to check on, like, the DLC and, like, what all, well, when I got the pop-up that, like, hey, the DLC is available, I noticed that the level cap increased, and there was story mode, there was action-based mode, and then Final Fantasy mode. So I guess that must be something that unlocks after I beat the game. I mean, because obviously it wasn't an option that was given to me.
Tell me what I want and the end will be swift. Who are you looking for?
Why, you. We come bearing a message. Your friends have been found. The branded you freed from our camps. They await you in Ordeal. Guardians of the Flame.
Fucking bastard.
Those are Old Hill's gates.
Then we hurry.
Make for the Audale Docks. Just gonna grab this item real quick. Nothing jump out at me. See? There we go. Was that so hard? And just use that potion real quick. Damn it! Wrong button again. If I had a nickel for every time I did that.
Find something, boy. Death.
Oh no.
Found her.
Oh God.
This was my mother's doing.
Fucking bastard.
But why? Why would anyone?
I don't know. I never truly understood her. But this...
Oh, Clive.
I will learn what madness drives her, and I will end it. We should go.
Yes.
We can't leave them here like this.
We won't. But the Black Shields have made it this far south. They may already be in Port Isolde.
We're approaching Buick Bridge. Though I doubt the Empire would let us cross over to Rosalith.
Yeah, maybe. Where's that then? Don't mind us, we're just passing through.
They're all Rosarian.
But this is their home.
Wow. So our bitch of a mother is kicking people out now too, huh? Quiet Sands. Come on, you pussies. Come back. There we go. I've provoked them now. Oh, but wait, there's more. I keep forgetting that you could, so like obviously you're switching between them all, and I'm so used to just this one, you know, the Phoenix dash, that I forget that, you know, hey, blind justice right here.
Someone's brave.
There we go. Anyways.
The Lazarus. What happened to this place?
My mother happened. The nobles who lived here didn't stand a chance. Let's hope my uncle fared better.
Let's hope so indeed. Let's just grab this item over here. You never know when you might need an item. Especially money. I love how Gil is like...
That's the main gate. And it looks like we're not the only ones hoping to get in.
Love how Gil is like the universal currency for like all of the Final Fantasy universes.
Have mercy.
Voice-rinsed dogs they are. You can't ignore us forever.
Let us in or we'll die on your doorstep.
Better out there than in here.
Oh, get enough
Fuck off.
Hang it, chinless bastards. Those crystals belong to us all.
I said, where were you, filth? Back to your stall. Cut you down where you stand. Destroy it.
No chance of slipping through unnoticed. We'll need to find another way in. I thought we might be able to reason with the guards. Or at least bribe them.
I suspect everyone in that crowd thought the same. Was that the only way in?
Officially, yes. Strictly speaking, no. My uncle once told me that the nobles had tunnels built, so that they could visit town without having to walk amongst the rabble.
Oh my god.
Lazarus.
So, I just realized I've been muted.
If you're sure. The entire place looked abandoned. Do you think it's safe?
As long as it is abandoned.
Black light burns. Yeah, so I just realized I've been fucking muted. Who knows how long.
Black shield since Old Hill.
Maybe they found who they were looking for.
Kind of freaking sucks that I was muted this whole time. So I don't know how long I was muted. Probably a while, knowing my freaking luck.
This is nothing like I remember it.
How quickly a crown can lose its luster.
Alright, not that way.
Not abandoned then.
Oi! Visitors!
Shit.
Apologies. We'll show ourselves out.
Fuck. Well, I guess we're doing this then.
Or not.
Over here!
Ooh, new trophy. I am Thunder. The Thunder. Enemies bested.
I've only ever seen one man fight like that.
Shit.
And he's long dead.
Then perhaps it's time you joined him.
The blessing of the Phoenix. It can't be. I was there when you died.
I thought he died too.
Forgive me, my lord. I knew not whom I addressed. You have naught to fear from us. Founder, it really is you.
It is. So wait.
We can speak inside.
Well then, this has been... There's been a lot of reunions in this game, I've realized.
And those who wouldn't bend the knee?
We left before the Empire could make examples of us, though we didn't go far. And we banded together to form the Guardians of the Flame soon after. Alas, there is only so much a handful of aging shields can do against the might of an empire. But we've seen to it that their stay has been anything but pleasant. Of late, though, we've had our hands full just trying to keep the Duchy's few remaining bearers out of the Imperial's clutches.
The Cullings. We saw what happened in Old Hill.
Aye. The foul work of the Black Shields and their mistress.
Mm-hmm.
You mean my mother? But it doesn't make sense. Even knowing what I know about her. Her hatred for bearers was no secret, but she wouldn't have been ignorant of their value to the realm.
No offense, my lord, but in case you haven't noticed, the Lady Annabella couldn't care less about the realm. She barely even cares for her own home. That much has been plain since the slaughter at Eastpool. And, since granting the Holy Emperor a new heir, her obsession with bearers only seems to have grown. As to why, I don't know. Maybe she can't bear the thought of anyone having the power to challenge her beloved son.
Her son?
Sir Wade, the Black Shields have broken camp. They march in full force for Buick Bridge. Then so do we. Make ready. This is their main host. If we remove the head, perhaps... Perhaps we can prevent what happened at the docks from happening somewhere else. If I do nothing, then the blood of their next victims will be on my hands.
Yours and ours. We too have witnessed the crimes these men who dare call themselves Shield have committed in my mother's name. It cannot be allowed to continue. We must put a stop to this madness.
I agree.
We must. So let us go with you. For the good of Rosaria.
I was hoping you'd say that. Very well. If that is your wish, I would be honored to serve at your side.
And we at yours.
So, Wade, let us do our duty.
With pleasure, my lord.
Hell yeah.
I imagine this endeavor will require more than just our wits.
Then let's hope Sir Wade has a good quartermaster.
Alright, you guys, that is going to be the end of this video here. I hope you guys enjoyed. And if you did, make sure you leave a like, you comment, you subscribe, and you ring that bell, ding, 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 and join the notification station. The whole shebang, shaboodle, little kit and caboodle, if you know what I mean. Once again, you guys, thank you so much for watching. This is Rose, signing off. Good boy!